Now in this video, I wanted to kind of do a little revisit of these two shotgun microphones. Last year, I got a lot of comments from my previous video I did a few years ago about these two microphones and the sound that I got from them in that video, right? And the reason why I want to do a revisit because a lot of people was asking the question like which one they prefer over the other. So this is kind of like my revisit now. Before I get into anything, I'm going to recommend neither one of these, right? Because I've seen people test, well, this one in particular, do a test with this one. And I seen the other mic I think was overall better microphone. Not saying it's not a good microphone. It's just in certain scenarios I seen the flaw of this one and the pro of that one. And it's the MKH 416. And the reason why I recommend that one between these two, this one or this one, is that this one runs at a price point at $1,200. Good microphone, condensed, small one. You know what I mean? Not a one like this that take up a lot of space, right? Now, when it comes down to it, it depends on your budget, right? I bought this maybe 10 years ago. Let's just say, let's give it 10, right? Let's give it 10. And it was like $329 at the time. You know, it was my first shotgun microphone, so it was a reasonable deal. This one is cool. Like, I like how this sounds when I first got it, used it for years. Cool. When I invested in this one, I did that comparison video. I like how this one came out with the overall sound. Now, when it comes to like close up like this thing pick up plosives like crazy, right? So later on in this video, I'm gonna switch over to the mic arm on the camera and try to show you that. That's one of the reasons why I was like, good microphone, but I see that the plosives really kicking this one. I'm gonna do the same thing with this microphone so y'all can see the difference if the plosives really pop on this one, or maybe just both of them. And like I said, the 416, I seen the comparison video. I don't have it, so I can't really demonstrate that between those two. And I seen that the plosives on that one was like non-existent, where this one it really was potent. So having said all that, $329, $1,200. This might be a little cheaper now. Might be. But when I did that video, I had the microphones out of frame, hanging from a like a boom arm that has an XLR cable to it, and like kind of picks up vocals like that. Same thing with this one. So I did the I went from this one to this one, and I just like how this one sounds, right? Now, what I want to do now is switch over to this microphone through the arm and kind of see like my gripe with this one if you have it close up. All right, so let me switch to that now. And now I'm talking on the Sennheiser MKH 50, right? Now I want to show you, hopefully it'll play through, through this video, but Peter, Piper, Podcast, Paul, Pepper, anything else I can think of, Peterson, well, the plosives on this thing is really like they catch them crazy. Now, is it because it doesn't have events like the other microphone? Could be a possibility, but that's one of my things I've seen in this video, in this microphone. I was like, I'm not going to have it this close. Most of the time, I might have it like out of frame, like right here, within like my mic stand, or out of frame like this. So I don't really have that problem with the plosives. But if you have it like this close, you can pick them up real quick. Very potent plosives, pick up, all those type of things. Like a little bit of a nitpick, especially if you got this out of the frame. But it's something that you consider and think of. But the overall sound, when it comes to this microphone, I just like how I sound in this microphone. Now, when it came to the MKE 600, I'm going to switch over to that and do the same thing. And we'll see if there's any difference, if it's any better. And like I said, that's a $300 microphone, $1,200 microphone. So you get what you pay for, like they always say. So let's switch to this microphone and let's see how it sounds when I do the same thing. Okay, and now I'm speaking on the MKE 600. Now, let's try this. Let's see how this sounds. I don't know. I'll see you when I get back to the editing. Peter Piper Podcast. Paul Peterson Pepper. What else can I think of? Well, you get an idea, right? Now, as you can see, this microphone is longer and it has the vents on the side. May have helped with the plosives, right? One thing I kind of like about this microphone and I don't like about that one, this lets you know when it's on. It does. It got a little green light there to say, let me see if you can see it. Right. You can see the little green light to let you know it's on. That one doesn't have it. So you got to do the testing, clapping, all that other stuff to make sure. But starting off, this was perfect for me. You know, I needed a shotgun microphone. I wanted to have a microphone out of the frame when I do videos, and this was my starter mic. So I kind of have like a little sentimental value with this, and I don't want to let it go. It's also, you use a battery to charge it too. You know, and that's an option for you. That's just phantom power, and that's it. Got connected to audio device. Like when I was doing videos like this, and I wasn't using the audio arm from the FX3, I would use a MixPre 3 separate video from audio and sync it in the editing process. So back then I would just edit the audio in Audacity, tweak it to the way I like, the way I sound, the way I like how I sound in that one, then sync it up and then go from there. Now I just shoot straight out of camera and just go from there. Now I haven't seen any difference quite yet. I mean, mixing it and EQing it, yeah, you're gonna sound a little better the way you want to sound, but this one is just more quick and easy for me. Just shoot a video, get a good microphone, and just go from there, talk about what I'm talking about, and just, you know, go on. But now I've gotten to the point where I'm paying attention to little details more. So, like, for me, I would like to get my hands on a 416 and test, like, all 3Ds. And I'm probably more going to lean towards the 416 because the comparison videos I've seen, and I've seen them too with the 50 and the 416, if I would have known that, I would have got the 416 instead of that one. When I seen the comparison with the plosives and things like that, yes, that's a little nitpick when it comes to, like, depending on where you put the mic. But it's like little things like that you don't realize that can be picked up on a video or audio that you don't realize until after you do the test. So, and that's just how it went. So I wanted to do like a revisit, like I said, because a lot of people left comments on that video, and that video is like probably 4 years old. And here's my, basically, like, it goes down to this. Depending on your budget, you're just starting off, good start, right? And like, say if you got a well-treated room, both of these mics gonna sound good. You know, so it don't really matter depending on the room that you're shooting. Now, if you're outdoors, maybe you're doing some little commercial, video, music video, whatever, and certain sound effects or ambient outdoor sounds you want, this might pick it up a little bit better. Now, you want an isolated sound where it's just mostly to pick up the vocals and not focus on the nature part of it. This is the better choice for that. But knowing me and how I just shoot in the house, perfect. And like my basement is treated way better than like my living room area. So for me, like, this works perfect for this environment. But this one works just as well. I just don't want the background noise, like the refrigerator going off or the heater turning off and it makes that loud boing noise, whatever that is. Outdoors, sirens going by. You know, I try not to, you know, limit the outdoor activities with this microphone. That's why I like it, because it limits that. You'll still hear it, but it's very more faint than this one. I used to pick it up very, like, even when like my space heater, you'll hear it more in this microphone than anything than this one. So that was just my logic when I thought about this, and I said this one was much more smaller. I could pack this in a bag with no problem. Well, I could do this one, but this one is really no problem. But it like, when I heard the difference between the two in that last video, I was just like, this is the one for me. So, right. But like if you had a choice and you had a budget and you're looking for a microphone, the 416. When I seen the comparisons between that mic and the other ones, that overall, yeah, it's $1,000, but overall, great mic, great shotgun mic. Like this is good, and this is good, but like this picks up plosives, like depending on where you put it at. But if it's out of frame, you should be fine. This one, starter mic, I think works for the most part. Like I said, I can't tell with the plosives on this one, but I see the vents here, and maybe it helps out a lot, with that. But when I go back and edit and see for myself, then I can see if the plosives is just as bad in this one, if this has any. But, depending on your mic placement, will depend on if you pick that up or not. But the 416 really eliminates the plosives. So that's it for this video. And this revisit I wanted to do because a lot of people just left comments on it. So I just wanted to give you my second opinion on these two and give you my overall personal recommendation of which one you should go with and what alternate option you should go with if you have a certain budget. That's it.